came out here just to talk about the creeps, man. It's a creepy ass little waterfall, so thought I would come here in the middle of the day with all the damn sun in my eyes and without my sunglasses and talk about the creeps on the trail. Yeah. Oh god. Ugh. Man, yeah, so you got to be careful, obviously. Hold on. So yeah, obviously, I mean, it's all kind of people you'll meet on the trail, right? Generally speaking, everybody is awesome. You're gonna have some awesome experiences, especially on the Appalachian Trail. But sometimes you're gonna run into these people who seem a little bit off, and yeah, you'll know they're off because everybody else has the same goal and creeps don't have the same goal. So you know what I'm saying, you can feel when something's not right with somebody, or when they have a different agenda than getting from one spot to the next. They make a mile after mile. They got a real agenda going on, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I had two of those, right? First one I talked about when I was like,
hey, we had a real creep last night at camp, man. That shit was weird to say. I mean, it wasn't weird. It was...
Yes. But yeah, so right there, that guy was this dude. It was an all orange and had long, scraggly hair, and you know what I'm saying, he just gave off that, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm weird as fuck vibe. He came in, it was like 6 o'clock. So bro comes in. Matter of fact, the shelter was already packed, and when I say packed, there was like 6 people in the shelter already, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, he didn't even ask if one more could squeeze in. Like, he was like, Pop, I'm in here, you know what I'm saying? And sat right next to the fucking, right next to that, to Marianne, which was this 17-year-old girl was out there, right? And right there, he's just all out of breath and stuff. I'm like, yeah, there's something wrong with this guy. Nobody does that, you know? And so Nikki and Brandon were already in the shelter too at the time. So they're like, for real, you gonna be like that? I'm like, no, we out here. So they go set up their tents, right? So dude spreads out finally. And this is when I knew he was a creep, right? This is what confirmed it, right? Skippy was over there talking to him, and they said something about trail names, and he was like, well, you know, back in the day, trail names were given because you didn't want the McCreepersons to stalk you when you left the trail. And he was like, oh, so hi, what's your name? Right after that. Immediately after he says that, he says to Skippy, so yeah, what's your name? She's like, oh yeah, in that case, my name's Skippy, blah, blah, blah. He's, you know. I'm like, yeah, this dude also, right? And from that point on, he was on her behind, man. Like, for real, I'll tell you, he didn't talk to, well, he talked to Alfred. Yeah, he talked to Alfred Newman, Alfred E. Newman. That's what his trail name was. He was the only other brother who saw on the trail. But anyway, man, he said, what he said to Alfred? He said, after Nicky and them left, backtrack. After Nicky and them left, he was like, that's not how you treat your fellow hikers. Yeah, no, yeah. You're supposed to treat your fellow hikers with love and just, and share everything, you know? All your personal space. Man. But yeah, so from that, but all right, back forward. So from that moment on, he's talking to Skippy, and he's just like, oh, trying to get all these kind of details out of her. But she's smart, you know what I'm saying? So she wasn't giving them details. She was telling stories and shit, and just keeping them like, you know, like not giving them attention, but not like, you know, all in the shit. But I'm peeping them the whole time and shit, right? So he wasn't finna pull shit not with me watching. Anyway, but what I did not see was him creeping on the 17-year-old. Right, so after that day after we left, we were talking about it, and he's like, yeah, man, he was fucking eyeing that 17, eyeing Marianne down when she was getting dressed and stuff. I'm like, for real? Like, yeah. I was like, man, I almost went over there and slapped the shit out of him. I'm like, man, you should have told me, bro, because, yeah, we'd have gone to kick him out of camp. I don't care what you say. We'd kicked his ass out of camp, you know. But anyway, yeah, that was that guy. So that day, obviously, like I said in the previous video on the trail, generally Skippy was the last person to leave. That day we all left together, you know what I'm saying? Marianne was gone before daybreak, so but yeah, Skippy was we all left together that day. So that's that one. So next experience, bro, this was the scariest dude. Like, now I'm an artist, so I understand how weird artists can be, right? And like how photographers and painters and musicians, you know, we're some weird ass people. Thru-hikers are in that category on another level though. But it's anyway. So we meet this guy over in Franklin. It's this big husky guy with two Asians with him. One was his girl and I think her brother. Right? So we're leaving Franklin. We're leaving the microtail in Franklin. About to get into our shuttle. Matter of fact, our shuttle had just pulled off and he was pulling up. So he pulled up and this guy's out there. He's like, hey, yeah, I'm this photographer. I'm going on the trail taking pictures for woo out the man, blah, blah, blah. Do you mind? I like getting pictures of hikers. Do you mind I get you guys a picture? We're like, yeah, of course, you know. Yeah. So I'm like, you know, are you like posting this on, what you got, an Instagram? What's your Instagram? Woo. And he didn't say anything, right? But it's, so like 3-4 seconds go by and then his girl pops up. She's like, oh, he's doing this for a documentary. And mind you, this dude's not saying, he didn't say anything still. But he's like, he's doing this for this documentary, he's writing a book, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, I get that. So we're sitting there, this is a couple minutes go by, we're about to take these pictures. He's like, oh yeah, I gotta get you guys a first roll for you guys. I'm like, huh? So yeah, I gotta get a first roll. I got all old school cameras, Kodak, black and blue, black and white. Black and white cameras. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, that's cool, pretty neat, right? We waited about 5 minutes, and in this time of waiting to get our picture taken, I just knew, or you can feel the creepiness creep up, right? And it's like, what the fuck is going on? What kind of dynamic is the dynamic between this guy, the dude taking the photographer, and the Asian kids? I would say, I'm gonna put it like that. It was way off, way fucking off, man. Even though I know Asians as the culture is very submissive culture, especially around certain people. But that shit was off-putting a little bit. So anyway, 5 minutes come by. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna get you guys one-on-one. And now I'm really like, man, what the fuck? What the fuck are you trying to do? What's up your? What the fuck is up your sleeve? Anyway, we take the picture. So I'm like, man, that was some creepy ass shit, bro. I ain't doing this anymore. But anyway, we get off to that. We get back on the trail. The next night, they catch up to us. You know, I don't know how the fuck they caught up to us. Trail name's Kodak. So this the motherfucker with 27 pounds of camera gear and no tent. You know what I'm saying? 27 pounds of camera gear, no tent. I'm like, for real? No tent? All right, bet. So this is the guy who ended up. We were at the shelter, and then
yeah, slept in the tent last night. It was cool. So yeah, we were gonna sleep in the shelter, but you know, when people show up that don't have tents, and it's already 3 people in the shelter, just courteous to let them, you know, sleep in the shelter, even if they get there late.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was them people. So anyway, we at the shelter now. Now mind you, the next day, after they come in, we give them the shelter and shit. They like, this dude's like, hey man, can I take a picture again? I'm like, for real? They're like, maybe can we just get you while you're out doing stuff? And like, you know, it's it's kind of weird that we got you at the hotel, and if you don't want to, we're like, why do we got the hikers at the hotel? Well, if that's the case, why the fuck you take my picture at the hotel? You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm really like, well, this is really, really weird. Thankfully, Nikki was really, really pissed off. So he come over there, and in my video you saw this part when he came up. He come up to me, he asked him, I'm trying to do a time lapse, man. He come up and asked me, he's like, hey, do you mind if we take some pictures of you guys just doing some activities in the woods and stuff, maybe sitting on that bench? I'm like, it's cool with me, go ask them, right? So he's like, oh yeah. They're like, oh, give me your email and I'll get your email down, and I'll send you a copies of the pictures and stuff. I'm like, all right, bet. And then at that time, he also showed me some pictures that he already developed, the shit that was on his phone. So I'm like, you're doing too much. Now, you know, you've caught on to the fact that I know you weird as fuck. So now you're trying to tone back on the weirdness and trying to make it seem calm. You're really something up. But anyway, he go over there. After all that, he go ask Nikki. He's like, hey, Nikki, can I... I'm paraphrasing. Hey, Nikki, can I take a picture with Nikki? Like, no, hell no. Get the fuck away from me, bro. I'm done with you. Fuck out of here. I was like, I'm sorry. We would have shared the shelter with you. And walked off. Like, for real? Like, we would have shared the shelter. No, man, y'all was rude. But, yeah, maybe Nikki was a little too harsh on him. I don't think so. No. At that time, it was a weird situation, and I'm glad Nikki was like, no, fuck no, get the fuck away from me. Paraphrase, I'm left that in, sorry. So, yeah. Was there any more creeps? We did get a ride from, we hitchhiked from the Lazy Hiker, man, and Franklin. Yeah. That hitch was kind of weird, but I'll save that one for another story. Yeah, we shouldn't have hitchhiked. But yeah, man, that's my creep stories out there. It's generally safe, like I said, man. You're gonna have fun on the trail. You're gonna meet a lot of people, man, a lot of different types of people, a lot of different fun people. You're gonna have some fun stories. I just thought about another kind of creepy one, but I'm gonna leave that alone, man. Yeah, man, but I'm gonna take my butt on. I'm gonna get on some ride out a little bit, and till next time, happy trails, bro. Oh, there's a fish. Hi. Oh, look. That's a moment. Oh. Shit. Get the fuck off. Oh shit. He's like, get on, bro. Like, get on. I'm scared now.